Greetings, Eric Bakker. Thanks for coming back. We've got another case study. We can do case studies all day long. I mean, I get so many interesting people that I see. You can just imagine people from so many countries now, about 100 countries around the world. Some really cool people I deal with. Some amazing patient stories that I could tell you guys with. And you name any kind of occupation, I've seen someone in an occupation. All sorts. This is a person whose name's been changed, of course, to give him, some privacy. It's a 38-year-old male from England, from the UK, and I'm going to call him Jaime, but that's not his real name. Now, Jaime is a CEO, so he's a company boss, or I think in the US you call these guys presidents. And I thought that Donald Trump was the only president, but there must be tons of presidents running around the United States. So Jaime's 38. He came to see me earlier this year. It would have been May this year he saw me, because that's right, we started working with him in June till we put the proper protocol together. Anyway, he presented with reflux, heartburn, fatigue, sleeping issues, and loose bowel motion, so he had diarrhea a bit. And also toenail fungus, like several of his toes were like really fungal. Now, this guy had a stool test completed already by a practitioner that he was seeing in London, and the stool test showed no beneficial bacteria, like they were just about gone, and also but there was no Candida, but he did have blastocystis, so he had a parasite in his gut. The key thing that the guy was complaining about was the reflux and the tiredness. So what I automatically assumed from experience, that this guy's got a very, very weak stomach, like a low acid stomach, or hypochlorhydria. So even without doing any kind of test, the first visit I saw Jaime, I said, we're going to do the stomach tolerance method for digestive enzymes. So I put him on a powerful digestive enzyme, and I told him to keep taking one with each succeeding meal until he hit his tolerance. Well, this guy was taking 16 capsules per meal before he could feel any kind of warmth, behind the sternum. 16, well, you go and figure that. What's that? 50 odd capsules a day. Now, this is where it's a waste of time, giving someone a digestive enzyme, especially a male, around 30s, 40s, 50s. 1 or 2 per day isn't going to cut anything for a guy like that if he's got a very flat stomach. You've got to push that stomach harder to perform to see, what level of dysfunction it is. Now, in Jaime's case, we kept him on 40 odd digestive enzymes per day, not per week, but per day for several weeks. I started in June. By late July, this guy could only tolerate 1 to 2 per meal before he started to really notice that heartburn effect, overproduction there. But the interesting thing is, after several weeks of taking high-dose digestive enzymes, we got a breakthrough with this guy. The reflux was gone, the heartburn was gone, but the amazing thing is the energy was coming back. And he said to me that the toenails are looking so much better, because finally we were now giving the stomach the ability to break protein down properly, so it could, get those aminos into the body and help to form proper connective tissue in the body. So hair, nails, and skin all going to look better. Energy going to be up, sleep going to improve, libido going to improve. All of these factors are going to improve because all we did was improve his digestion. But then we had to tackle the blasto. And at this point, after several weeks, of enzymes, we dropped into a lower enzyme. I took him off that enzyme and I put him on Candida Restore, 1 with each meal, which was sufficient at that point. I also put him on Candida Remove. I used a heavy-duty dose of 2 tablets per meal. So he was on 6 Candida Remove per day. Now, we've kept this guy on that for 5 weeks, and we're just waiting for the stool test to come back now, but I suspect that the blasto will be gone. It'll be gone out of at least 1, if not 2 samples. I'd expect to see a little bit in 1 sample, but not a whole lot in all 3 samples. But I can tell by the appearance of the patient and the energy and the vitality that his health restored to a very high level, just with simple treatment. It's the simple things that fix people up. They don't need complicated therapy. So with the repeated test we get back from Jaime, we're going to probably look at a Candida protocol for 3 to 6 months, low grade. So Candida Restore, 1 with each meal. Candida Remove, maybe 1 with each meal, just for several more weeks. And then Candida Rebuild, probably 2 per day. We'll keep him going and then slowly pull that therapy out and see how he functions. And we may repeat the stool test, sometime mid next year to make sure the blasto is completely gone. But it shows you how you can really get a sick person and turn them around back into a vibrant, healthy person again with a simple protocol. Now, the hard part with Jaime was making the lifestyle change, because in this situation, I was quite strict with this guy, and I said, you can't keep doing this role that you're doing. He was working 12 to 14-hour days, early in the morning till the evening, literally 7 days a week to keep this company booming. But his health was falling to pieces. So one of the most important things I said to him was, you need a 2IC. You need a second in charge who takes over a lot of the crap that you're doing now. You probably don't need to be doing. Put some stuff onto someone else's plate. Let them deal with it. And he did that. And it made a world of difference to his health. He's not going back now to work the same kind of hours he did. That's the difference it makes, folks, when you make a lifestyle change with a diet change and a few carefully, supplements placed, in the protocol at the right time. These are the sort of outcomes I expect to get with people. But changes need to be made on multiple levels. There's no point keeping Jaime, in a high-powered position, expecting a good result. It's not going to happen. Changes have to be made. And when changes are made and they support, the health of the person, it's quick to recover. It can happen for you too. Thanks for tuning in.